Deuces, bye, see ya. Fix my shit. Come fix my shit. You're not allowed in here though. Only certified remediation specialist. Um, took me 2 seconds. Here, I'm gonna tell you how I found out. First, I see these lumps of motherfucking white powder on my floor, right? Immediately, I knew, oh, that's the shape of the heels of somebody's motherfucking socks. It's in round, like a moon-like shapes, just the heels though. So maybe it could have been like a foot powder, but you guys are trying to play with my head. I even heard you say something about James liking to play with me, right? So what this was while James stood outside of my apartment door and Gabriel, I believe his name is, came in and did whatever inspection, fake late non-compliant inspection. I knew it was funny that he didn't want to. He looked disappointed that I asked him to put the bags on his feet, because if he had put the bags on his feet, he wouldn't be able to try to freak me out or get a voice file right. So that was my number one deduction. I said, oh, he wants to wear his socks because they have something planned. Go ahead, I'm ready for it. Otherwise, I would have forced you to put the fucking bags on your feet, right? I'm not that anal. I'm not afraid of life. I'm not fearful. I'm not scared of dying. I'm not worried about shit. Uh, I have knowledge of what is present in the hallway. So I think that this only goes to show you, one, I'm not paranoid, not schizophrenic. Two, I'm highly intelligent based on how quickly it was that I was able to deduce that was motherfucking powdered sugar. I'm going to tell you my theory and my way of getting there. I'm a Gates student. I was very good at science. I was advanced math and science, STEM, bitch. I wanted to be a forensic pathologist if you didn't know. Okay? First things first. Two moon-shaped things. That guy stood here really funny, right? So funny. I was like, why are you standing like that, right? Next, he walked over to the area that's my green screen that I use for work, as if to make me paranoid that he's touching it with something germy. I am a germaphobe, very much so. I understand contact transmission, how that shit works. That's the reason why I have to be as honest as possible when I see shit like this. It's the whole reason that you just had like an hour and a half long video about the shit going on in my apartment building. So in an attempt to make me look crazy, angry, or whatever, he stood very close to some of my belongings, despite him knowing how I feel about people coming in and out of my apartment and touching things. I will show the security video. I think. Let me think about that a little bit more. The security video, because you guys want to see angles, because you guys think that there's something in here worth stealing. There's not. You want HEPA filter material? What do you want? You want socks that possibly contain mold? What do you want? You like fountain pens? Go get your own, bitch. Like really, I don't understand what it is that you want. You want to make me angry? You want to make me look crazy? You're not doing any of those things when I can prove this with the microscopes. Will fucking forensic pathology, bitch. Forensic fucking pathology. Why are you fucking with me? Licensed cosmetologist, forensic pathologist, Gates student, advanced math science. Stop fucking with me. Anyway, advanced reading. I don't even like literary stuff. I don't like it because it's too, like, to write an essay and have a teacher judge it. There's way too many things. That's fucking where people use AI to come up with shit, make them sound smarter than they are. They're not. So, powdered sugar heels over here, and then I look and I go, and then I see in every place that he stepped, there's a little half moon shape. It's concentrated in the first place that he stepped and stopped, and become less concentrated. And then there was a fairly large concentration in my kitchen on my whatchamacallit, on my kitchen mat, like my diatomaceous earth mat that I just cleaned after I spilled on it. So I don't know if that was because they have knowledge that I spilled coffee on it this morning and they're trying to make it seem like, oh no, the coffee made the mold grow. I'm very logical. No, it didn't. Clean that up very quickly. That's diatomaceous earth. Not much stuff is going to grow on that. So 2 half moon heels that walked throughout my apartment, very clear trail. Stopped in the bathroom where he looked, stopped in the kitchen where he looked. There's another thing in the kitchen where he looked. Okay. I didn't use powdered sugar. I don't have powdered sugar. I don't eat candy. I have no teeth. Like, I use granulated sugar. The granulated sugar that I use is natural cane brown sugar. So the granules are 10 times the size, 1,000 times the size of the powdered sugar. So initially, right, in order to make it seem like it's something nefarious, that's why I believe that they chose powdered sugar, because the grinding of the sugar is so fine. When I first used a cotton swab to pick it up and I tapped it on the agar plate, I said, uh-oh, because I saw the dust that didn't settle and it just went in the air. I said, oh shit, I might have just made things worse, right? So then immediately my thoughts were, well, if it is, let's say it is a mold. I don't really know of very many white powdery molds unless you're like scraping that shit very specifically for the purpose of doing this. A mold, my humidity, I just opened my door. Humidity in my apartment still 45, 48. Humidity under 50% is not going to make most molds grow. I don't think that there's many molds that are going to grow under 50%. So pretty sure it wasn't mold. Other things I thought, motherfucking illicit drugs, because they're trying to kill me. Or at least make it look like I'm crazy before they kill me, right? So what did I do? I used a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. I didn't see anything bubble. It's not bacteria. It's nothing harmful, at least to my skin. So I know that if I touch it, I'm not too worried about it making me sick per se. It could still be other things, but as far as like a bacteria, not worried. I didn't see any bubbles. It didn't bubble up. Another one I cleaned it with vinegar. Same, no reaction. Okay, so that's when I went and I got the slide and I got the microscope and I got a Q-tip and I put it on the slide and I got the slide wet, and then I watched, and it did very much what powdered sugar does. It dissolved instantly. It created a center. You guys, maybe you don't cook. It created like a little center point, right, of concentrated material. You see my eye book right here. Maybe I should look at that under the fucking microscope too. It created a center point, and then it dried completely, and I'll show you what the slide looks like now. So next time you want to come try some stupid shit, you could think twice before you do. This is what it looks like. It does look like drugs. It looks like something nasty. It looks like, if you've never seen powdered sugar on a slide before, maybe it's possible that it's mold, but it's not growing. It's not growing. It's not changing shape. It's not changing color. From the time that this dried out and I put the slide cover on it till now, it's remained the same. Most people don't understand motherfucking microbiology. This isn't even biology. This is powdered sugar. Right? I wouldn't consider that biology. That's motherfucking chemistry. So, biology is living. Biology, I did very good in biology. I took biology summer of 9th grade. Going into 9th grade. Around the same time I lost my virginity. And that's when I got to do Voyage of the Mimi, which taught me how to make water. And that's all you really need to know how to do, is distill water. And you will be okay in life in general. If you know how to distill water and determine poisonous foods versus non-poisonous foods, you're going to be fine. So there's no overreacting. They're not overreactions. I'm reacting to real shit that's going on. I'm reacting to real criminals. I'm reacting to real crime. So all of these notices that cause me to waste time at work, all of this non-action for this activity that's going on, all of the flooding, it lends towards conspiracy. So keep fucking with me and you will end up with handcuffs unless you have real immunity, right? This confidential informant program, you're supposed to get me in trouble. You're going to make me into a doctor or a motherfucking microbiologist. You're not going to get me in trouble. My life will only improve. So right now, my focus is on improving the quality of the building that I've lived in for 11 years, because I can't believe there's this many people that live here, don't live here, whatever the fuck is going on in this building, that have to experience this. But if everybody is aware of the mold, maybe they know which parts of the carpet are safe to walk on. I didn't, because I'm not expecting there to be mold in the hallway. So it is what it is. I have a pair of white shoes that should still be white, but every day I go out, they turn black, and I gotta spray them with vinegar in order to wear them through the hallway. So anyways, back to this slide. Here, let me show you. Let me show you what powdered sugar looks like under the motherfucking microscope. In case you're wondering, this is powdered sugar. I'm not worried about you guys. Powdered sugar, very clear, very crystal clear. It could be drugs. It could very possibly be drugs. More likely, though, is powdered sugar. Right? Should I taste it? I already cleaned it all up. If your intention is to make me clean my floors, I told you I'm waiting for the county because I feel that there's other shit in here that the county needs to deal with. Should I have to test every single fucking inch? If I have to put a grid on the floor and tell you which sample comes from, we can go there before I clean my floor. So as to say, if you witness my floor being dirty or having dust, it's very intentional. I'm not a dirty person. I'm trying to prove a point. I'm trying to get criminals arrested. So please keep fucking with me, and you will end up in handcuffs. Another thing that lets me know it's powdered sugar, when I look at here, we can look in the microscope and see. Hold on. We're gonna explore the slide for people who don't have a motherfucking microscope or don't have a brain or think that they're gonna keep doing this fuck shit to me. Okay, here's what this shit looks like in the microscope. We're not even magnified that much. This 10 power, what's that? It says 10. Okay, 10. At 10 power, this shit is tiny. You know how tiny those granules are? That's powdered sugar. If you want to hear, I could show you the difference. I could show you what a regular piece of sugar looks like, you know? This is so tiny. There's no rods. There's nothing hairy. There's no filament, no fibers. That tells you like anything that you see. That's my microscope right there. That little line right there. That's the lens of my microscope. Needs to be cleaned. Anything that you see in there is all grains. It's granule, which means a couple of things. My floor is clean, relatively clean, if you don't see a bunch of motherfucking skin cells and shit in it. Like there. And I wonder, can I zoom? No, I can't zoom while I have it on here. But just so you see, those are probably skin cells from the heels of his feet or something that came off on the socks. I love the comments because you guys are trying to cover up for your network. You don't want your people to get in trouble. You want me to call them names and stuff that I shouldn't, but I can because I know what you are, because I recognize things on sight. Right? So when I make reference, when I have other people come into my presence or my existence and I say that they give off a strange vibe, here we go. Like that, I'm not too sure what that is, but that yellow in color is just sugar. It leads me to believe that's cane sugar that's been ground up so small, and maybe that piece recrystallized as a larger piece of sugar. Because I got the whole entire slide wet before it dried. And then I don't know how super glue reacts with sugar, but there's always that possibility. So while there's so many things out there that are possibilities, the only possibility here is that you guys are stupid if you continue to think that you're going to get a voice file out of me, if you continue to think that you're going to make me angry, if you continue to think that you have any control over my thoughts. Right? These, I don't know what these resemble motherfucking spider baby balls. But still, not so concerned. Whatever that is, I don't care. I cleaned my floor. I cleaned it up. I noticed it immediately. Right? Is that going to turn into a mold? Maybe it's mixed with mold. Maybe it's powdered sugar mixed with mold. I don't know. This is slightly more concerning than just those crystal granules over there. But due to the number of this is where the slide meets with the super glue. So if we go to the place where the slide is not attached to the super glue here. What is that? All granules. I could probably even shake it and that shit's gonna shake. Right? Do you need me to zoom in some more? I can. I'll zoom in on a photo Is that a good enough photo? That's sugar. That is powdered sugar. Don't fucking come to my apartment unless you're bringing a certified mold remediation specialist. Do not fucking come here without any of that shit. You're not going to get a voice file. You're not going to plug something into my Ethernet. You're not going to do any of that stuff. I've identified you. I've classified you. And now you are a science experiment to me. Have fun. I'm going to go pick up the rest of my slides and shit.